20 years ago, people were trying to make it big in cities like New York. Now they are moving in the opposite direction towards something a little less crowded and a bit more quiet. From cheaper real estate to more lucrative job opportunities, these are the states that have a lot more to offer than the ones that most people move to. Florida. And what's a better option to move to than the always smiling state? People are happy and relaxed here because the weather is great for the majority of the calendar year. If you're a beach lover, I've got good news. If you're going to be moving to Florida, then you've come to the right place, as Florida's got so many lovely beaches to choose from that offer white, baby soft sand and turquoise colored lukewarm waters to dive into. If you want to really feel like you're always on vacation, where you can rejuvenate and relax and recharge your batteries, then you have no better place to go than to do it right here in Florida. Taxes might not be as high as other areas in the country. In fact, there's no state tax in Florida being charged, and the cost of living is much more affordable in comparison to some other states like New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. There's so many great things to do year-round in this wonderful state, and since the weather rarely goes below 70 degrees Fahrenheit, people can normally engage in a lot of outdoor activities like hiking, swimming, biking, roller skating, volleyball playing, and much, much more. Compared to some of the other southern states, Florida is considered quite crowded, therefore it might not be suitable for big families. If you are planning to stay in the South though, another great state that stays warm year-round, but is further north, might interest you. Tennessee. Originally, it got its name from the year 1812 when 1,500 volunteer soldiers were sent to successfully fight in the British Army. It's a very pleasant, family-oriented state with picturesque Appalachian mountains, abundant vibrant colors, and calm, watery lakes, buzzing cities, as well as quiet little towns. Each newcomer will find something that suits their lifestyle. Not only that, but there's even no state tax being charged in Tennessee, and the cost of living is super low, which makes it a very attractive state to live in. Salaries are going up due to the fact that there are more and more jobs appearing on the state's market as Tennessee's most thriving cities expand quickly, welcoming guests from all over the states. Especially when it comes to music festivals, no wonder the state is called the music state, since many styles like rock and roll, R&B, country, soul, and many others have appeared right on the Tennessee showbiz scene. So if you want to be able to make it in the music industry, the volunteer state might just be the right place for you. Or you might also consider moving to another country crazy state southwest of Tennessee, Texas. Some famous musicians such as Usher and Kelly Clarkson have called Texas their casa, and it is one of the hugest houses indeed. In fact, Texas is the second largest state in the continental US after Alaska. Therefore, houses are widely spread out, and one doesn't have to worry about being too close to other people. So if you definitely like your privacy, then you have got to head on over to Texas. And as far as the job market's concerned, things are looking good as the Texas economy is one of the most booming right now, and the housing prices are relatively low compared to the rest of the US. Texas is also super diverse, with various multinational and multilingual communities, making the state a giant melting pot. Educational communities are bountiful. The crime rate is low once you get into the suburbs, and that makes living there a breeze. Plus, if you want to truly enjoy the rural life, that means having chickens, cows, and horses, then you might be able to move to a state that is a reigning champion in friendliness, Mississippi. Most of Mississippi is just flatland farms, and they're widely spread out, so that way you don't feel like you're on top of other people. The state ended up getting its unofficial nickname from the wonderful people inhabiting it. You won't find any better hosts anywhere in the country who will give you the best of what they have and take care of you like you're one of their own. Mississippians will go out of their way to make you feel at home whenever you come over, and considering that neighbors are a part of the family, it's kind of common. One can always be sure that somebody has got your back whenever you need help. Got a flat tire? Well, just pull on over to the side of the road and you'll be surprised how many drivers will stop and actually help you. The houses are very affordable, and you can get a decent sized one for a pretty good price compared to most other states. There are 50 colleges and universities in this charming state. Therefore, it is a place to come for all of the high school graduates seeking great education opportunities. For those foodies out there too, the southern cooking might not be the healthiest, but there's nothing wrong with occasionally indulging on some home fried steak with cornbread, loaded potatoes, and everything in between. It won't actually keep you warm on a chilly night, but hey, it'll heat your soul at least. Speaking of heat, another coastal state whose pristine paradise-worthy beaches can compete with Florida's best shorelines is becoming a very popular state with many Americans who are looking to move. Hawaii. Aloha to you! When you get off the plane, the first thing that you'll notice is how smiling young women will greet you with a flower garland saying aloha, meaning hello, in a Hawaiian dialect. And you'll instantly feel like you've just arrived in true paradise. Leave your worries behind and step into the crystal clear emerald waters, enjoy a meal sitting on a terrace overlooking the ocean, and be in awe when you see rainbow-colored sunsets. Yeah, sometimes they look orangey, sometimes even blue and purple, but regardless, it's amazing. Also, you don't have to worry about making new friends, as many people are so friendly and welcoming here that it's really not all that hard to bond with a Hawaiian crowd. Nobody's in the rush to go anywhere or even do anything here. Therefore, if you come from a big city, you will have to resist the urge to go faster than the designated speed limit or to rush over to Starbucks associates to hurry up, prepare your coffee, and get out of there. Just chill, relax, and, let the events take their course. The downside of moving to Hawaii, though, is that the cost of living is very high, and the tourist influx never slows down. However, if you do end up having a good stable job and you feel like being in the tropics suits your idea of a quote-unquote American dream, then don't hesitate to pack your bags and go. After all, there are very few places in the United States where you're going to feel like you're always vacationing without ever going on vacation. South Carolina. Clean, white sand, warm, sky blue waters, and endless parks all make this state another vacation-worthy spot where you can observe sunsets that can compete with the above-mentioned Hawaiian ones. South Carolina got its nickname from the abundant palmetto trees, which grow all over it, and this symbol is also related to the Revolutionary War times, when many fortresses were built out of palmetto lumber, helping to resist the British troops. With the average yearly temperatures always staying in and around 65 to 70 degrees, it's a very comfortable living environment, allowing you to spend more time outdoors rather than being cooped up in the house. If we were to do a little bit of comparison between South Carolina and Hawaii, the cost of living is much lower in the former state, making it more attractive for families to buy property and settle down. Georgia. Another very affordable and hospitable state is right next to South Carolina, and it got its name for growing the best peaches in the continental United States. You've probably heard the expression Georgia peach, and if not, the meaning is attractive, great to talk to, a sweet personality, as the Georgians are themselves. They can definitely compete with the Mississippians for hospitality as well as friendliness. This state is always constantly in the top 10 of the most affordable states, making it very attractive for those raising a family. It's got some of the best schools in the country, so you can be confident about your child's educational opportunities. With a thriving job market and wonderful climate year-round, no wonder Georgia is one of the most popular states for moving. And for all you history buffs out there, you're going to enjoy this, as Georgia has a lot of historical landmarks from the Revolutionary and Civil War times. Therefore, you can truly immerse yourself in the past while going sightseeing. If living in constant heat, though, doesn't suit your idea of a great living, and you want to experience all four seasons, then one more place that you can move is actually north and could be a better option for you. Iowa. Just like Georgia is famous for peaches, Iowa is famous for corn. In fact, the best corn in the country actually grows here, and Iowa is the leading producer of the crop as well. If you want to see the beautiful fall colors of Thanksgiving and all those white Christmases in the winter, then you've come to the right place. Compared to all of the above-mentioned southern states, where you'll probably be able to see only summer year-round, Iowa actually offers all four seasons on one enjoyment. It's one of the cheapest states to live in as well, and is one of the safest places to live, making it a perfect place to move. With the highest test scores among many American schools, you'll be confident that you're investing in the right kind of education for your little ones. Moving more north from Iowa, actually, in fact northeast, one will find the beautiful state of Connecticut. Yep, that's where America's Fundamental Orders document was signed in 1639, and it's believed to be the first constitution to ever exist in the Western world, a predecessor to the U.S. Constitution, which was adopted 100 years later. Even though the taxes might be high here, Connecticut is considered one of the safest in the country with one of the lowest national crime rates. Especially if we consider small towns, everybody knows everybody, so there is a sense of tight-knit community which gives off added feeling of security. There are so many things to do here, including fishing, swimming, kayaking, hiking, skiing, and just walking around exploring the wonderful parks. Each member of a family will have fun finding an activity that will help in bonding and spending the necessary quality time. The state, which was one of the original 13 American colonies, is right next door to Connecticut, Massachusetts. This is where the famous Harvard Harvard University is located, attracting the cream of the crop students from all over the US. Just walking around its campus is a sight to see, with perfectly groomed lawns and 17th century campus buildings telling you so much about US history. In fact, Harvard is one of the oldest colleges in America. And if you're a seafood enthusiast, then look no further. You'll be able to indulge in the freshest of crabs, oysters, clams, shrimp, and lobsters. Seriously, those are to die for in Massachusetts. This perfectly encapsulates all the reasons why your seafood taste buds will gladly thank you. And in the case with Connecticut, the taxes might be on the high side, but if you're looking for the best schools, seafood variety, and a thriving economy, meaning plenty of jobs, then Massachusetts is right up your alley.